Lorraine from Holywood Pilates. I'm a Pilates instructor and chartered physiotherapist of I think 27 years now, and today we're going to do a short Pilates workout for golfers. So this workout is going to focus on the things that matter most for golf. So we need good rotation, hip mobility, balance, core control, shoulder mobility. And it's for you if you want to improve your swing, if you want to loosen up after a round of golf, or if you just want to improve your movement patterns. So we're going to need a mat, and I'm going to use a golf club for the warm-up. So grab one of those, keep it handy. Work at your own pace, so feel free to take breaks at any stage if you need to, and if anything doesn't feel good, feel free to leave it out. But let's get ourselves moving. So first of all, we're going to set our posture. Feet are hip width apart. They're perfectly straight, and we have even weight right and left feet. And if you can even think more specifically that you have pressures through each big toe, each little toe, and each heel. Your knees are soft, kneecaps are facing to the front. And for a moment, we're going to bring one hand up onto our waist and just get some pelvic tilts going. So think of your pelvis as a full bucket of water. You're going to tip it forward, tip the water out the front of the bucket, tip it backwards, tip the water out the back of the bucket. So forward, we're going to arch the lower back a little. Backwards, we're going to flatten the lower back. And one more time, just move between one extreme to the other. And then I want you to come to the middle of those two movements where the water is now level in your bucket and what we call neutral pelvis. So we're going to hold that position. You should feel there's a little bit of work now in your lower tummy. Ribs tucked down to the pelvis. We're as open as we can be across the chest, sliding the shoulder blades down to your back pockets, tucking your chin in. Finally, grow at least half an inch taller up through your spine. And again, you're going to feel a bit of work in those lower tummy muscles. So posture is now set. We're holding our golf club just at shoulder width. And we're going to start with a little bit of arm movement. So if you even just take the arms up to shoulder height and back down again. And check as you do that the pressures aren't changing on your feet. So you still have those pressures, big toes, little toes, and heels. And we're going to hold this one up. We're going to start a little rotation. So keep this rotation to the upper back only. So we're keeping the hips, the knees, the pelvis facing front, but we're letting that rib cage twist around. And we're going to go to the other side. You're almost pushing your pelvis back the opposite way to stop it from coming. So we really want to loosen up that middle bit of your back at the moment. And that's the bit that often gets really tight. Check that you're not shrugging your shoulders. And again, check in with those feet. Big toes, little toes, and heels. Let's do one more to each side. And then we're going to come back to the front. And we're going to hold here. We're going to take the arms higher up. Now you go to where you're happy to go. But I want your focus here to be on this is pure shoulder movement, and you're not arching your spine. So we're not leaning back, we're not leaning forward, we're not shrugging at the shoulders. And we're just going to get a bit of a stretch up there if that's comfortable. Your head shouldn't be moving at all. And then we're going to hold this one, and we're going to go back into that rotation. So unshrug the shoulders. Keep the head in the middle of your golf club as you rotate the upper body one way and come back. And rotate the other way, and come back. Let's just do one more to each side here. Knees not twisting so that we're getting that stretch in the mid-back. Keeping the spine really tall if you can. And then we're going to bring the arms all the way back down. So then, can you take a wider hold of your golf club just so we get a little bit more stretch through the system? We're going to keep our same standing position. We're going to take the arms back to shoulder height, unshrug the shoulders, and off we go again, rotating one way. And you should feel now that you're getting a bigger stretch. Back we come. Never force anything, so take it to where you first feel that stretch come on. Hold it there. Take a nice breath, and back we come. Just one more to each side. Feels lovely for the mid-back. Last one here. And then back back we come. And we're going to just lower the arms back down. So now we're going to use our golf club just to help us balance if we need it. So let's bring it to one side of the body. And we're going to go for some hip work. Let's take our opposite leg to the side. And now we're going to really make sure that we are tall on our standing leg here. So we don't want to lean towards the golf club. We don't want to let our hips shift over there either. So we want to keep really tall on that side. And we're going to get some up and down lift and lowers going here. Think about this movement happening slowly. Think about getting control of this movement if you can. Just a couple more here. Slowly up, slowly down. And then this one will hold. And we're going to draw some circles. So grow taller through your spine. Circle 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bring that leg back in, but we're not finished with it. We're now going to lift up to the front and just tap back down. Making sure that as you move this hip, you're not leaning back, you're not dropping forward. So we don't want any movement anywhere else. We're trying to hold the position that we set at the beginning. Now we're going to hold this one up. We're going to think about our standing leg. We're going to do the tiniest little knee bend and straighten. So we're thinking about thigh strength on that standing leg, but we're also thinking about hip strength because you want to make sure that that hip is staying tucked in and not starting to drift off to the side. Your shoulders are stacked above your hips. There's no leaning, there's no swaying. We're doing one more here. Tiny little bend and straighten, keeping the knee in line with the foot. And then we're going to take our lifted foot to our standing knee. Grow taller again if you can, and we're into a standing clam. So we're twisting out and in, slowly and smoothly, but we're only moving that lifted hip. So our pelvis is facing forward, shoulders aren't moving. We're not leaning like mad, hopefully, through the golf club. It's just helping us balance. Last 2, a last 1, and back we come, and we're going to change sides. So golf club to the other side, outside leg goes out. We grow tall on our standing supporting leg, and then let's just see what movement control we can find on this side. So slowly up, slowly down to the side, squeezing into the back of the hips. Getting ready to hold this one. Lifted little circles here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's reverse direction for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. In we come, ready to lift to the front, keeping the rest of the body still steady and in that fabulous posture that we have set. So we're not tipping back, we're not falling forward, we're keeping the rib cage directly sitting over the pelvis. We're going to hold this leg lift. Think about your standing knee. So it's a little dip, keeping the hip, knee, and foot in line, and then that straightening back up. Finding that inner thigh strength. Last couple. Slow, smooth, controlled in everything we do. And now we're going to take our lifted foot to our standing knee. Grow even taller if you can. And into our clam we go. Rotating the hip out and in. But again, keeping that pelvis still and steady. So try not to jut in or out. Try and hold as steady as you can everywhere, but that moving hip. 3, 2, and 1. And back we come. So feet back into a parallel position. We're going to hold the golf club again, and we're going to get our squats going. So we're going to sit the pelvis back, reach the golf club forward so that your arms are parallel to your thighs, and then come back fully straight. So it's a hinge back at the hips. Weight moves to your heels. Push the floor away as you straighten up. And as you keep going, just check that those knees don't tend to drift in. So you want to keep that parallel leg position if you can. We're going to hold this one. So weight back there on the heels. Make sure that your back isn't arching. It's in that straight position that we said at the beginning. And now we're going to reach up with those arms. And we're coming back. Spine isn't moving at all. If I show you from the side, we're keeping the ribs tucked to the pelvis. We're keeping the lower tummy muscles engaged. Try not to shrug. Try not to move your head at all. Let's do one more. And then we're going to still hold our squat position. We're just going to add in a few heel lifts here. So one heel peels up, sets down. Second heel peels up, sets down. Try not to drift the body right to left. Try not to bob up and down. So the only thing moving is one ankle and back down. We lift and we lower. Now if you can, if that's going well, try lifting both and setting down. If that feels like a step too far, just keep going one heel in turn. We're going to go 3. We're going to go 2. And last one here, heels up, heels down. Push those heels into the floor and straighten yourself up. Now we are going to come down to the mat, but first of all, let's just go into a waiter's body stretch. So we're going to step back from our golf club, and now we're going to swing those hips back behind us, keeping the back nice and straight, and we're going to come into that hip hinge position where we're getting a nice stretch running down the back of the legs. Take a nice breath into that stretch, and then we'll come all the way back up. So we'll set our golf club away as we come down to the mat, and we're going to lie ourselves all the way down onto our back. No head cushion here because we're going to start with a shoulder bridge. So we're going to bring our heels nice and close to our hips, arms on the floor beside us, breath in, and as we breathe out, we're going to hinge those hips up. So we're going to press the heels into the floor. We're going to press the hips straight up. Now sometimes in Pilates we do a slow curl up into this position. For our golf, we really want to get the glute muscles firing nicely here. So we're just going to push straight up, and we're going to lower down. Push straight up and lower down. Now if this feels easy and comfortable for you, you could make it harder by lifting one leg to tabletop and going single leg version. If that feels too much, if it feels crampy at the back of your thigh, then keep both feet very much on the floor. So work at the level that's appropriate for you. If you've done one side, we need to switch over and get the other side going. One last one, and then we're going to rest down here. So let's think now about our oblique tummy muscles. So these are the muscles that are going to give us the power for our swing and give us that rotation of the trunk. So hands up and in behind your head. We're going to lift one leg to tabletop and hold it there. So I'm going to do left leg. Breath in. As we breathe out, right elbow comes up, comes over towards that left leg, and rest back down. We breathe out as we come up, come over, breathe in as we rest down. Pelvis stays level on the floor. 2 more like this. Try not to squash that lower back into the mat. Last one, and then we're going to set that leg down. We're going to go for the other side. So again, leg is steady, lower back and pelvis is steady. This is an upper body movement. Breathing out, we're coming up and over, breathing in, we rest back down for 3, and for 2, we're gonna hold this one, We're going to set the leg and the upper body down together, and we're going to start to alternate. So we lift, we twist to the leg, we lower down. We lift, we twist. We're still keeping that pelvis still and steady. Breathing out, up and over. Breathing in, back we come. If that's going well, we can zoop it up a little bit by staying up and crisscrossing into our scissor. Pelvis in that middle position and not moving. Breathing out. Breathing out. Breathing out. Let's do one more to each side. We'll hold position. We'll rest the upper body down. Take the arms wide. And let's take our second leg up to join our first. Glue the feet and knees together. I want you to gently flatten the lower back into the floor. I want you to gently arch it away and then come back into that middle neutral position. We're going to take both legs together to one side. Your pelvis will lift, your shoulder blades are anchored, your knees stay together. Find the limit of that movement, and then to come back, don't move your legs, pull back with your tummy muscles. So we pull the waist back to the floor first. And then we're rotating to the other side. Finding your limit, pausing for a breath, and drawing in using those abdominals. Let's do one more to each side. If it's going well, you could challenge yourself further by taking your arms up but keeping your shoulder blades anchoring you to the floor, using those abdominal muscles to bring you back to center. Pausing and breathing, coming back, and then from here we'll set one leg, second leg down, feet and knees stay together, arms go back wider than your mat. We're going to wind over into our stretch. So legs go one way, head goes the other way, knees are still together. Nice big breath into that stretch. When you get it, should feel nice. And then use your tummy muscles to pull you back in to center. We're going to wind up and over to the other side. Taking a nice breath or two there. And back we come. So let's hug the knees into the tummy. Have a little sway back and forward. We're going to rock ourselves up into sitting. See if you can balance it when you get there without putting your feet down. A little balance challenge. And then we're going to set our feet down and we're going to come back up onto our feet to finish. So what we want to do is just finish working those glutes a little bit more. So I'm taking the golf club again and we're going to stand tall. We're going to sit into a gentle squat. And we're going to take maybe our right leg straight back behind us. So, draw up through your tummy, drop down through your shoulders, keep the weight mostly on that left heel as we go for some lift and lowers of our right leg here. So we are working our right glute to lift and lower this straight leg behind us, but we are even more so working on the left side to support and control that movement. 3, 2, let's hold this one lifted if you can. Now we're going to draw little circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse direction. Give me 5. Try not to lean like mad through your golf club. 3, 2, and 1. We'll tap down, we'll come back to our squat. Left leg now goes back. Weight mostly on the right heel. Straighten out that left knee, and when you're ready, we lift and we lower. Lift and lower. Try not to bend the knee as you lift it. Squeezing up and down. Feeling both those hips working. Drawing up through the tummy. We'll hold this one. Breath in, and off we go. Circling. 5, 4, 3, 2, let's reverse direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and in we come, and we'll straighten all the way back up. So, setting the golf club back down, We're going to finish with a few nice stretches for the back line of the body. So grow tall through the spine, arms come up. Reach up, circle those arms wide for 3. Reach up and circle 2. This one leads us into our Pilates roll down. Grow taller through your spine. Start at the top, rolling forward over your toes, letting your knees soften, scooping up the tummy as you go. Stopping at whatever point feels good to you, feeling that stretch in the back line of the body, head is nice and heavy. Bend your knees, lift your tummy, send your tail down, roll back up. Shoulders down, chin in. Let's do one more arm circle. One more roll down. Curling forward, try and stay over the toes. Try not to swing back on your heels here. Head is heavy. Enjoy that stretch. Breathe. Bend the knees more, lift the tummy. Now we're coming half the way up. We're going to bring our hands to our thighs. Our spine is curved. So we're going to straighten back out. And then we're going to curl all the way back in. This is your cat stretch in standing. Really lovely to get some nice spine mobility. Curl all the way in. Stretch all the way back out. Curl all the way back in. Straighten up your knees. Restack your spine. Shoulders down, chin in. And just give those shoulders one last roll out. So that is this class complete. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then give the channel a subscribe. I'll be adding more classes as the year goes on. And also there are monthly bundles that you might be interested in if you want to explore it a little bit further.